Hello, my name is Prime, and welcome back to ATS Showcases, and welcome to the Louisiana DLC for American Truck Simulator. I want to say a big thank you to SES Software for giving me early access to the Louisiana DLC, releasing for everyone on December 4th, 2025. So without further ado, welcome to the Louisiana DLC, everyone. A DLC composed of 11 brand new cities, countless industries, landmarks, and what I am going to class as a very dense road network made up of scenic routes and major interstates, connecting the Louisiana DLC together in a wonderful way. And for today's first look delivery, we are here just outside of Lafayette, and we're going to head up to Lake Charles today, hauling salt from a salt mine along a more scenic route up to the rock port in Lake Charles, hauling the salt with our ownable bulk trailer and beautiful Kenworth W900. So without further ado, let's get our W900 started up and get exploring the Louisiana DLC. Now, as this is an early access look of the Louisiana DLC, I am not using any third-party modifications in today's video. Everything you hear and see is American Truck Simulator and official DLC content through and through. And additionally, as you can tell by the top of the screen, I am running a work-in-progress build of the Louisiana DLC and corresponding update of 1.57. So if you happen to see something that isn't quite right, do not worry, that will be corrected in the official release of the Louisiana DLC. All right, let's get rolling. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am, because welcome to Louisiana here in American Truck Simulator, my friends. And also, welcome to this beautiful salt mine down here just outside of Lafayette in between Houma. It is a wonderful, wonderful site. A really, well, looks like scenic site as well from the route out. I have teleported here, full transparency, so we're going to explore our way out here. But according to the map, it looks like we have to do a little bit of a ferry crossing, or at least a barge crossing, whatever it may be here in Louisiana. But this is a wonderful site. You can see the salt piles over there. It is a wonderful, wonderful depot itself. And custom depots is something that we have to get used to here in American Truck Simulator with all these new map DLCs that come out. SES Software do a fantastic job with these DLCs. And I mean, obviously this is my first look, so we'll have to put that theory to the test. But so far, looking so good. And once again, a huge thank you to SES Software for giving me early access to the Louisiana DLC. It is always a privilege and honor to do so. And I thank you for trusting me to create these videos, and also I thank you watching this video today, all you viewers, for making it possible. Without you, this, well, would not be simply possible, because SES Software wouldn't give me a DLC to look at early. So thank you very much. And looks like we have to wait for the gate to open up, and we got to get onto, well, I guess the dirt road here. Dirt road first of all, and then continue rolling along. Obviously, Louisiana DLC is releasing for everyone on December 4th, 2025, as I mentioned in the intro. And the DLC is truly stunning. I mean, look at this beautiful nature here as we roll through the road leading up to the mine. It is just, the details are packed through here, especially in the vegetation. I'm going off of, obviously, screenshots and the gameplay videos that we've had leading up to this point. But now that I get to experience it for myself, the Louisiana DLC is actually just simply amazing. Besides the visuals itself, and here's our crossing. Oh, it is just like a little, I guess, barge. Interesting. All right, so I guess we'll hop on here and see how we navigate this one. It's just simply incredible. The details all around the DLC, including, you know, crossings like this. So cool. So incredibly cool to see, and something that's, well, at least here, brand new for American Truck Simulator. And thankfully, it's a free crossing today. And in theory, there should be more of a cutscene. And indeed it is, which is absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that SES Software has actually created a bit of a cutscene here for these crossings compared to, well, say other ferry crossings or other water body crossings in ATS or ETS2 respectively. I feel like this is a great example of the detail level SES Software has gone into with the Louisiana DLC, and it really makes me excited to explore some of the other regions of Louisiana itself. And just like that, we're on the other side. As I said, it's great to see that they have that cutscene there, something that, well, doesn't normally happen with ferry crossings, to be honest with you, and I am so happy to see it here in Louisiana. So as I was saying before, 11 brand new cities in a very densely packed DLC itself, at least in my view. Obviously, it's not like, say, on Nordic Horizons, where I've been spending a bunch of time recently here on the channel, where there's, you know, over 40 cities that have come in with that DLC, obviously covering 3 different countries. It's not to that level per se in terms of number of cities or towns, but the region size is also significantly smaller. So you have to take that into account. And that is not a discredit, though, to the Louisiana DLC, because the 11 brand new cities are significant cities, absolutely packed to the brim with different industries and landmarks by the looks of the map, at least, and the different opportunities around. Not to then mention the immense amount of road network and infrastructure located around the DLC itself. Incredible to see, and I love the fact that we have some more of these smaller roads, some more county roads connecting the major interstates that go across Louisiana. Absolutely incredible, and again, can't wait to explore it more. Today's delivery, obviously, hauling this salt from this mine up to the rock port in Lake Charles, which is supposed to be another big custom depot, at least according to a blog post, if I remember correctly. And then from here on out, we've got a bunch of other content planned. I've got a number of things on the list, from special transport DLC routes to other unique particular industry locations, or just in general different locations that I'll be traveling to. Many things coming up, and also plenty of videos here in early access over the next few days leading up to the official DLC release. I hope everyone is as excited for Louisiana as I am exploring it right now. And also comment down below or hop into the community Discord server here for Prime Simulation and let me know if you want to see a particular route or different cargo type, particular truck and trailer combination. I'm always open to seeing your suggestions and potentially integrating them into some of the videos coming up here very, very soon for the Louisiana DLC. I'm going to just try and squeeze out ahead of the AI there. They give me enough grief day in, day out. I can, you know, maybe get away with cutting them off every here and there. Now, I do want to just say this one thing. If you happen to notice ATS stuttering along a little bit, I believe I have come to a conclusion on the 1.57 update performance issues with my computer and just my system overall. I am going to do some finalized testing on some of the different changes I'm going to be doing. I have not done that for this first look video, just because I want to make sure that quality stays the same way and not have, well, any unknowns, shall we say, in testing in a first look video. They're sometimes rough to begin with. I don't want to add another element of confusion. So keep that in mind. If you happen to see something potentially stuttering along, it is not per se the Louisiana DLC. It is most likely just my system itself and the way that 1.57 is now affecting it in ways that it didn't in the past. But that's okay. We'll talk about that in another video itself. So originally today's route wanted to stay on the highway network, go up through Lafayette, but I didn't want to stay on the highway network the entire time. I felt like that was something, especially here in the Louisiana DLC, especially for the first look, I wanted to explore some of the more scenic areas and scenic roads, smaller areas where we're really getting to see the true style of the vegetation and quality, I should say, of it and the entire map design. The highways are great, don't get me wrong, but for those who've been around here a while, you know I absolutely love these smaller areas, the more scenic routes where you have all the little hidden details. And SCS software is absolutely amazing at adding little details around the maps, especially now in areas that, well, maybe we wouldn't even expect. And so when I saw this particular route and obviously coming up through here on some of the more, well, twisty-turny side roads, if you want to call it at that, I had to take it. There was no way I was going to just stay on the highways and, well, pretty much be a really quick delivery. Just kind of a one and done, get her done, nice and quick. You know, I didn't want to do that. This is a first look video. We want to explore some different areas of the Louisiana DLC, and that is what we are doing in this video. So with Louisiana, obviously there are so many different custom depots. We have some that have dynamic loading and unloading for the particular trailers that support it, and cargoes, I should say, with that, particularly the various rock ports. There are some timber sites, as far as I know, a little bit more in the northern section of the Louisiana DLC. There should be some of that as well. Obviously, agriculture is a huge part of the Louisiana DLC in terms of the logistics chain. Some really, really cool things that, of course, translated from real-life Louisiana into this DLC itself. But to no surprise, the petroleum industry is also huge as well, particularly with refineries and other LNG, well, in real life LNG projects that are around here in Louisiana. So some of those refineries and so on have been included within the DLC, and that is going to be, well, showcased in a video to come very, very soon. Let's just say that one. That's a particular region where I want to explore and do a particular delivery revolving around it. That is coming up very, very soon, potentially even in the next video. We'll have to wait and see. Or I should probably say you will have to wait and see on that one. But no, there's so many different industries, different cargo types, and then of course the various regions to explore of Louisiana. At this point, I do not know what the cost of the Louisiana DLC will be. Obviously, this being recorded many days ahead of the eventual launch of the Louisiana DLC. That is not information I am aware of right now. If we go off of the track record of SES Software and the DLCs of similar size, shall we say, I would, place a decent bet to say that it will be around, well, between the $12 to $16 range, at least depending on your currency. That particular amount may vary. I feel like that may be a safe range to look at. But again, I could be proven wrong. But based off track record, that's most likely where we're looking. So as of right now, and as we head through a nice little settlement here, or town, I should say, it is absolutely beautiful, the details, and similar to what has happened in the Nordic Horizons DLC, I feel like Louisiana here on ATS is, for many people, is going to be a no-brainer. Pick it up as soon as it launches type of DLC. And comment down below if that is the case for you. Are you going to be picking up the Louisiana DLC right away, or are you going to wait a little bit longer? Obviously, there is no right or wrong way to do it. But if you're as excited for the DLC as I am, or I have been at least, well, I think you're probably going to want to pick it up right away. And over the next few videos, I'm going to be able to try and get a better picture of the whole DLC, and that's the whole point for you as well. Hopefully you can then make a better, more informed decision on if you want to pick up the DLC right away, and I'll let you know my thoughts on the DLC. Full honest transparency on that one, regardless of the fact that, of course, I'm grateful that SES Software has given me the DLC to cover here in early access. But at the same time, if I see something that I'm maybe not as impressed about, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I'm not seeing anything. And honestly, I don't expect to see anything, because the Louisiana DLC, if it's looking like this delivery so far, the level keeps going up and up. And I don't know how SES Software continues to do so without, well, severely impacting performance. Because again, my performance actually today hasn't been doing too bad. Some areas it's started to hiccup a bit, like 1.57 has done for my game for whatever reason. I think I have a better underlying idea now, but I'm not going to talk about it too much here because I don't want to lead things on a wrong path for this first look delivery, nor just say things that aren't actually accurate as I continue to test. It has been performing actually quite well, and right now we're locked at a standard 60 frames per second, which is how I normally have the game running rock solid, running through different vegetation areas, and for the most part, I'm not noticing anything at all, which is fantastic. And although it's difficult with some of the underlying performance, well, hiccups that I've been having since the 1.57 update released, there isn't anything abnormal, shall I say, from the inconsistency of the performance that came in with 1.57, if that makes any sense. So I must say that the Louisiana DLC is performing well. It looks fantastic. And it has so much great new opportunity for the American Truck Simulator map and for us players. So if you happen to be in the Louisiana DLC region, in terms of your other map DLCs that you may have already, this is definitely a buy that you should strongly consider. From some really unique custom depots, which most of them, if not all of them, are custom at this point. The different, well, public infrastructure, really, of the road networks, the different ferry crossings. So many crazy unique details for this DLC, and, well, some first as well for the American Truck Simulator map that really set it apart. Truly set it apart from anything else. And for example, as we cross over another bridge here, looks like this one would at least open up or something, rotate out of the way as we go across another, well, technically, I guess, canal. That's the other part. Water infrastructure is so crucial here in the Louisiana DLC, and is something that is beautiful in the same sense, because it creates so many waterfront areas for us to explore. Obviously, great scenery, plenty of logistics opportunity as well, mainly with different port infrastructure all the way up through the Louisiana DLC, which is extremely exciting. So we got to make a right-hand turn here as we get closer to Lake Charles. A beautiful region, as I said before, and this is why I wanted to take these side roads. Again, the highways are fantastic. They get you from point A to point B in a nice, efficient manner, and they do have great scenery along the edge. Credit to SES Software. They, try and mimic what's in real life and do a great job with it. But these scenic roads, like, for example, lads over here fishing. Those kind of details you're not going to get on this side of an interstate. You're just not. That's because of how it is in real life, and all credit to SES Software, they don't want to stretch things out of the bounds too far. So when it comes to doing a delivery like this, and I get the opportunity to take a delivery across here in these, well, more scenic, smaller, less dense areas, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Explore the beautiful scenery. And simply just see, well, the beauty of the Louisiana DLC. And again, if I have the opportunity, I'm going to take it. And, well, that's what we're doing here. Now, is it going to storm? I felt like it just got really dark all of a sudden. The skybox has really changed. It seemingly just shifted. Like we're going to get a nice little storm down here in Louisiana, which could very well happen. Obviously in a different climate region of the USA now, technically do. So things can happen, storms can brew pretty quickly, given that we're down by the Gulf. So it just happens sometimes. We're gonna make a right here. We beat the truck out. We're gonna beat the mustard Peterbilt there. We're gonna get out ahead of him. And we've discovered Lake Charles, which is fantastic, as we start to roll into what would be the southern part of town. As we drive through here, I just want to try and keep note of all the different industries and different depots that we can deliver to and from, because we've already passed a couple here. Looks like we're getting up closer to some other ones as well. Obviously, as we move into more of the heart of Lake Charles itself, it's truly stunning to see. And the details, I'll say it many times here in early access and, well, long after as well, the details of the Louisiana DLC is truly stunning, and there's no other way to put it. Really, all of the screenshots and all the early access gameplay video that SES Software put out, that is becoming significantly true in terms of quality. Obviously, it's not like it would be downgraded, but it's even better, in my opinion, than even some of the things that we saw at that point. So again, it is absolutely crazy to see. So excited to be here in Louisiana. And again, we got so much to cover here, and downside of this W900. The big old sun visor can't even see the lights when you pull up to the line. Oh, it's okay. Well, we'll survive. Just go off of the other traffic. Moving at the lights. It's a good way to do it. Never fails. So in next episode, we're going to try and hit some more custom depots as well. See some different areas, different types of deliveries in different regions of the Louisiana DLC. Explore over the next few episodes some of the main city centers as well. Some of the incredible skylines that the Louisiana DLC has to offer, and so much more. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very busy, well, week and a half or so, and it's going to continue to be another crazy busy week or so with videos around here on the channel, and that is obviously what I enjoy doing. No surprise there, and I wouldn't trade anything for it, but it's been busy. We've got a lot of content coming out here. Obviously, with the Nordic Horizons DLC release, there has been a true boatload of content coming out with that, and that schedule is going to continue here with the Louisiana DLC. So for all you ATS fans, do not worry. That is going to be the story of the channel for the next week or so. But then with that, the Nordic Horizons DLC and the Louisiana DLC content will begin to, well, toggle back and forth, shall we say. Once early access of Louisiana is done and the official release and some of the main videos I want to get out of the Louisiana DLC is complete, we are then going to start balancing back and forth between the Louisiana DLC and Nordic Horizons on the ETS2 side and other games alike, because I am Prime Simulation. I do a variety of things, albeit here on ATS and ETS2 are the bread and butter of the channel, so it is what it is. But don't you worry, we've got content for the ETS2 side coming up very, very soon. That's to come. Once again, we've got a bunch of content here for ATS out of the way. So much trucking to do. And of course, we'll have the cruising Louisiana DLC event as well. There's just so much content to try and, well, cover. And I'm sure for you as well, that you're going to be trucking a lot here in the holiday season, which is a great time to do so. Lots of exciting content for those who play both ATS and ETS2, that is for sure. So we have to enter the Rockport here, so let's go through the security check gate. Thank you. And swing around. Like, this is a big old facility from what I can tell. Judging by the map, it is absolutely massive. So we have to come around this way, across the rail line, and figure out where we're actually going. Like, look at this. Incredible to see. Truly incredible to see. And I don't even know fully where we're going. So we're just going to make our way back this way. And try and locate our delivery point, which it looks like it's somewhere out along this edge, maybe right along the port, which would be great. Love to be able to see kind of off the edge of the facility here. That's the water. Got boats, trains, and just about everything involved here at this Rockport. Yeah, looks like we're pulling up. We'll be going over right by the edge of the waterway here, which is great. So we're going to spin around here then so I can reverse into the spot without going off the edge of the dock. Which, with this W900, albeit the one downside of this truck is that it has a terrible turning radius. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull ahead here, reverse up ahead. Yes, we're going to do this. We are going to pull up here. We are going to kind of reverse around in what looks to be part of the grain unloading system here. If you're hauling grain here, you'd have dynamic unload. I'm assuming loading from this facility as well. We're going to go pull around here. And we're going to just reverse around. Get my camera angle the way I want it. We're going to reverse around without going off the edge, which is going to be very close. Very close indeed. Use the window at the bottom to make sure I'm not sending it off the edge of the dock, which I feel like is getting extremely close. And there's also now a car here. Well, I have royally messed this one up, haven't I? Well, maybe a royal mess up is a bit of an overstatement. I mean, it's definitely not the worst I've done, but again, I am Prime Simulation, so if there's not something slightly sketchy, then, well, I don't think you're watching the right channel, to be honest with you. Some imposter is then among us. But let's go ahead and try and get this back into the spot here. There's definitely a lot of stuff just located all around these depots. So it doesn't make your life easy, that's for sure, especially if you do have a longer wheelbase truck. This being a, well, I guess not the full studio sleeper, but kind of like the high-rise sleeper. Got a medium to long chassis on it. Definitely a big boy to be moving around, that's for sure. But with that said, we are here at the point and got her into the spot, so can't really complain that much. Thank you all so much for watching this incredible first look video of the Louisiana DLC. Once again, a huge thank you to SCA Software for giving me early access to the Louisiana DLC, and I cannot wait to explore the DLC further. Comment down below what you think about the Louisiana DLC and how excited are you to explore the Louisiana DLC whenever it releases on December 4th, 2025. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.